Good morning. My name is Lee Zeldin. I'm a congressman from the 1st Congressional District of New York. Congress's most important role is to keep Americans safe, secure, and free. We are too often reminded that while we frequently hear and read about terrorist attacks abroad, we have a very real ongoing homeland security threat within our own borders. In the wake of the Orlando terrorist attack and the rise of terrorism across the world, it is important now more than ever that our nation and the free world define and eliminate the threat posed by Islamic terror groups. This week, the House will take action on a counterterrorism package to help protect our country and citizens. Included in this package is my language for my proposal, the Protect America Act, H.R. 4237, which would prevent terrorists from purchasing firearms or explosives while protecting the due process rights of Americans. I have not met one member of Congress in favor of terrorists being able to purchase firearms. The real debate is whether and how to ensure due process for Americans. My proposal with Senator Cornyn in no way, shape, or form infringes upon the rights of law-abiding gun owners. What it does is ensure that terrorists do not have the ability to legally purchase firearms. And isn't that really the goal here? 2 weeks ago, House Democrats waged a disruptive and destructive sit-in to shut down Congress because they supposedly wanted to pass legislation that prevents terrorists from being able to purchase firearms. Now they can, with this proposal coming to the House floor, but Democrats are opposing it for no good reason. It's because they only want the political fight and because they don't want to confront the three inconvenient truths I'm about to address. Regardless of whether you are a liberal Democrat or a conservative Republican, my proposal with Senator Cornyn should be supported by all. It would require only the most partisan bad intentions of my Democratic colleagues not to be praising and supporting this legislation. Just think about it. It would also be the height of hypocrisy and irony not to push this measure with their full energy. This bill wasn't written by the NRA. This proposal was drafted by members of Congress who understand how to prevent terrorists from purchasing firearms while protecting the due process rights of Americans. There are three very important truths that my Democratic colleagues shouldn't find so inconvenient. First, the Orlando shooter was an Islamic terrorist pledging allegiance to ISIS, yelling Allahu Akbar. And two, the rifle and handgun used in the Orlando shooting didn't just march itself into the nightclub that night and discharge itself. I'll get to the third inconvenient truth in a moment. But first, I want to point out that in reality, there's a whole lot more going on here beyond a gun control debate. And attempts by members of Congress to narrow this issue so glaringly is alienating the rest of our country who understand the bigger picture. We also must unite to ID the threat of radical Islam, because you cannot eliminate a threat that you are not willing to identify. And what makes matters worse is that it is clear that even if the president ID'd the threat, he has no idea how to eliminate it. And that, unfortunately, is the third inconvenient truth. Congress has a duty to prioritize national security over party politics, which is why Democrats should join House Republicans in passing this important proposal to prevent terrorists from purchasing firearms and to keep Americans safe. It is their duty.